record your message. To leave a callback number, press 5. Au signal, veuillez dicter votre message. Pour laisser un numéro de rappel, faites le 5.
Hi there, my name is Scott Jewers. I'm calling back for several times now to speak with an officer. I've had two officers contact me, apparently, Shelly Mews and Curt Wallace, but none of them have identified themselves properly. And I've reported a violent sexual assault and nobody's confirmed that a case has been opened. It's been over 24 days and I haven't heard anything from Curt Wallace. It's been 65 days and I haven't heard anything from Shelly Mews. Since I've spoken with Corporal Atwell, Musquodoboit Harbour, he said he'd contact me back in 5 days. It's been 219 days. Since the issue has been reported to Jessica Welke, it's been about 990 days or 710 days. Now, when I tried to call back to speak with Curt Wallace, right, I highlighted my serious concerns about this issue and this very kind of behavior and entrapment behavior. That it seemed like he was just trying to fabricate a record so that it could look like he did something so he could cover up for the failures of Shelly Mews, but also Jessica Welke and the rest of these officers. So, what I'd like to do is I'm actually going to just play a couple interactions for everybody so everybody can hear them out loud here. All right? So here's me calling Jessica Welke on the 23rd or 24th of May 2023. And this would have been after me and her had met in a room on March 29th and April 1st, where I explained everything, the sexual assault, the abuse. I said I had all these audio recordings, all this evidence and everything. So this would have been in May, about 2 months later.
I've gone over the evidence again. I'm quite confident in what occurred. And the only option that I can see at this point is I have to officially press charges.
That's right. So my aunt was also on that call, and you can hear her in the background. You hear me calling, asking Jessica Welke to see if I could press charges, right? So I want to play a next piece for you. Now, what you're going to hear is when I list the abuse, you hear one of the officers in the background say, "Good."
And they told me, Jessica, that if I even mention J.D. Irving, they will have me fucking arrested and pumped full of drugs.
That's right. It's good. It's good. All the abuse, the sexual assault, all of the abuse, it's good. Now,
I'm at the stage now that I have absolutely been terrorized, and that is how I feel. Like, I feel terrorized. I get a knock at my door, I'm like, is it them just coming to arrest me?
False arrest.
And do another false arrest? And it's like, I'm actually terrified at this point. I like, Jessica, if something happened, I can't call the police. No, I can't. I can't.
Because they give no answers.
If I can't get answers from you guys, then I can't answer basic questions, then I have to see the actions as malicious. And then if you find something out about me, it's to your advantage, or you think you find something out, or you find someone in my family, it's so reasonable that they're going to be targeted that it's scary, right? When there's SUVs stalking your cousin's children so bad that they get reported as pedophiles, you know that's really serious, right? That's coming from a group of people that don't have ethics. They don't care about anybody, and that came from the police side of this.
Curt Wallace.
Right, so I really can't contact
Shelly
the police.
Mews.
So I don't even, if something really bad happened, I don't even know what to do. My last option right now would be to call the police, and it's not because of you, but I just have completely lost all faith in that process. And the way that I view it is that that's not there to help people, that's there to hurt people. Because I have been nothing but hurt by that process, and that's not all on you.
All right. Now, here's what she says.
Okay? So, all right, well, thank you for taking my call, and thank you for hearing me.
Of course.
Okay?
No problem, Scott. I will call you Monday.
Okay, thank you. Have a good day, and have a good weekend.
You too.
Bye-bye.
So you hear me being respectful, always was, the record will always show that. She said she'd contact me Monday, she didn't. I go back, listen to the call, can hear the good and stuff. So I post a post on Facebook on May 26th, 2023. Satan, listen to these cops about to terrorize me and terrorizing me, and listen to what she's really doing. The next day, I'd receive a call from Mobile Mental Health Services retaliating against me after she knew all those records existed with Nova Scotia Health Authority, covering up a sexual assault with my book bag, all of the abuse. She absolutely knew it. And she knew she was in a lot of trouble. I was calling her out saying, I'm going to have you removed. And so she called the mental health service so they could build a false record on the side and not open a case to investigate this because she knew how bad this was. right? She knew exactly what she was doing. She knew Justin Hall and Chad Sanford were also involved, so they would absolutely cover up for her. Listen to them saying good about the abuse, right? This has been posted since that date. That's been 2-3 years ago. 2 years ago? So, a phone call's about to end with the RCMP, so I'm going to have to end and patch this together.
A été transféré à un système de traitement de la voix. 902220201 est en appel. At the tone, please record your message. To leave a callback number, press 5. Au signal, veuillez dicter votre message. Pour laisser un numéro de rappel, faites le 5.
Hi again, this is Scott Yours calling back. My phone number is 902-220-9106. I just have to finish the call there. This is all being recorded, being posted to Facebook also, and YouTube and X. So I'm just trying to get it all on the same call here. So now, everybody, these officers retaliated against me. Nobody called me. I would have called up to Sheet Harbour on Monday, even after getting a call from Mental Health Services, right? And speaking to Justin Hall, asking to have Jessica contact me. Nobody did. Look at all the evidence that I have of all this abuse, GPS location, all this stuff being set, right, to 9330 Highway number 7, Stillwater, Nova Scotia. She knew about that, right? She knew evidence was being planted on my phone. She knew that Valent Legal was reporting that something had happened, like their systems had been hacked, that there were multiple legal companies reporting hacking. She knew that Kristen Holm committed a violent sexual assault. She knew she was covering it up. I went in and I told her. I told her about how much it bothered me, and how they touched me, and I didn't know how to process it. She knew exactly how to terrorize me, and she knew those people were going to try to cover that all up because they already did. So she knew she could get away with terrorizing me. So I want you guys to listen to something. Here's Corporal Atwell.
Giving you, right? Like, I assume that's what you were going to do.
No, sorry, I thought it was clear that the reason why I was there that day was because of the Facebook complaints made about Jessica. That was the reason.
Right, which was brought on because of these serious issues, which was also reported in the complaint, right? So when you read that there was a sexual assault, but you're like, I'm okay with that, but I'm not okay with this guy being upset about this police officer. That to me is strange, right? Because anybody would know the sexual assault is exponentially worse than anything I said. Do you see? So
I'm pretty confident in our members' abilities to investigate things, but I'll have a look just to see if there's anything.
That's right, I'm just guilty because he had shown up on my house on August 22nd, 2024, laughing in my face about a violent sexual assault and all this evidence. Said that, oh yeah, he'll get back to me with the case number or something. He never did. Corporal Atwell has never actually called me back. He's trying to say he tried to contact me. He didn't. I have all the phone logs of all the interactions. Now listen.
Okay.
And if I don't reach you today, then I'll try again on Monday, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Have a good day. Bye.
That's right, just like Jessica, I'll call you Monday, didn't ever contacted me. Again, I'm asking Shelly Mews, Curt Wallace to produce the phone logs, because I have every one. Listen.
Are you going to answer when I call?
Yeah, I'm going to.
I've been trying to call you since you called back.
That's right. So you're going to answer when I call? Shelly Mews tried the same thing. The only case they must have on record is this thing with Corporal Atwell, which says I wasn't picking up because he was trying to generate this false idea that he tried to do something about this and I caused problems. He tried to contact me. He didn't. He kept bullying me about picking up. I have really good audio clips because he obviously perjured himself in the record. I'm going to make sure I get full criminal charges against him. Musquodoboit Harbour, Corporal Atwell will absolutely cover up a violent sexual assault. He'll retaliate, lie, cheat, and steal to cover up to these officers. Corporal Atwell works with Jessica regularly. That's right, they're co-workers. A massive conflict of interest here. That's right, but what did Curt Wallace and Shelly Mews try to do? Entrap me. That's right, try to get me on an audio recording. Well, some people are around to try to build some false identity about me, right? Some synthetic identity. And that was what they were always going to try to do, right? So now you've got Curt Wallace not contacting me back. He hasn't even identified himself, right? He doesn't even have the integrity or decency to be able to clarify his identity because he knows that it's fake. His identity is synthetic. Think about this. I've got all these officers. So we've got Jessica Welke, Justin Hall, Chad Sanford, Sherry Charand. We've got another unknown officer, Krista Pye, Zachary Lashane. Individually, these officers did nothing about this, and together they still did nothing about this. So individually, they're not half-decent people, and as you add more officers, you don't get a half-decent person, you get a worse person. You get Curt Wallace, you get Shelly Mews. That's right. Think, they're in Special Victims Unit. They're calling me a liar right now and retaliating when I have all this evidence and everything. They know how that makes me feel. Just like Jessica, and they said in that call, it's good. It's good that they terrorize children. It's good that they terrorize my disabled mother. It's good that I was sexually assaulted and framed and all of this stuff. It's good that I'm sitting here stressed out. It's good that they haven't contacted me in 24, 65 days and 219. It's good that Corporal Atwell lied in these recordings so blatantly. That's the kind of man that Curt Wallace is. That's the kind of people you will find at RCMP. Every action they take does nothing but confirm that RCMP is the garbage collection service of Nova Scotia. And they're going to blame me, you, your communities, and everything. They're not going to face what they're doing right here. They're just going to say we're victims and heroes and Daddy made us do it. I'm asking for criminal charges against these officers. Now, this phone call is going to end. I'm going to have to make one more.
902202013 est en appel. At the tone, please record your message. To leave a callback number, press 5. Au signal, veuillez dicter votre message. Pour laisser un numéro de rappel, faites le 5.
Hi, this is Scott George again calling. Just going to finish up the call. This one won't be too long. This is the one where I request charges for all these officers. So, Jessica Welke absolutely covered up a violent sexual assault. She absolutely retaliated. She fabricated a record. She committed perjury by omission. Very clearly, I went in there and reported this abuse to her. I'm a global technical expert. All of the evidence exists. You can see I submitted the Wolf and the Neural Network on July 11, 2022. So, like, all this evidence and stuff was out there the entire time. Jessica Welke is absolutely a sex offender, and I'm asking Jessica Welke to be registered as a sex offender. I'm asking her to be registered as a domestic terrorist. I'm asking that she be charged with criminal harassment, criminal assault, and breach of trust. I'm asking that CSIS revoke her security clearance immediately, and that RCMP throw out any case that is currently in Jessica Welke's name. I'm asking for the same to extend to Justin Hall and Chad Samford. They absolutely were involved with Jessica, knew exactly what she was doing, and didn't allow me to open a case. They absolutely helped her cover it up because they knew they were all involved and would have to go back and face it. We got rape calls and stuff all in the middle of this, guys, that all got covered up. That's right. So these officers knew exactly what they were doing. All this evidence has been live. Listen, on July 27th, 2023, I would walk into Sheet Harbour RCMP with a body camera on and Sherbrooke RCMP handing them documents saying about the website. That's right, all of these officers, Jessica Welke, Chad Samford, Shelly Mews, so we got Sherry Sherrod, and then we got Krista Pye and Zachary Lashane, who showed up here recently and then used mobile mental health services to try to attack me. That's right. They're using that service so they don't have to record a record on their side, so they can build up an artificial record on the side of mobile mental health services, so if I'm arrested, it looks like I'm just a liar. That's right, and there's no record with RCMP because why would those officers lie? And you can see Krista Pye and Zachary Lashane lying and didn't go back and give me a case number or anything like that, or call them and tell them that I'm only calling asking for a case number, because they had to help these officers cover it up. And I've got a lot more evidence about this. So I'm asking for charges to also be applied to Krista Pye and Zachary Lashane and Sherry Sherrod, but also the officer from July 27, 2023. I'm asking for a RICO investigation going right to the top of J.D. Irving. I'm asking for co-conspirator liability to be applied to all parties. Kristen Carrie Lynn Holm of Nova Scotia Health Authority will be registered as a sex offender, and the fact that she's allowed to continue operating in any type of capacity is a massive liability for all parties. And if there are any other victims that come forward, you want to believe I'm going to be seeking sentences of 25 years in prison for every person involved. That's right. This has gone so far and beyond that I have to go through now and call these people and do this all myself, because RCMP have brought the administration of justice into disrepute. But also, you should know, I went to the Crown Prosecutor back in March of 2024 and dropped off papers requesting charges and that they contact RCMP. That's right. So I was ahead of the game the entire time, asking for charges, coming with the evidence. I was cooperative. So when these police try to lie and say that I did something, I wasn't cooperative, that I must have deserved it the entire time, no. It is just dirty people like Curt Wallace, Shelly Mews, Jessica Welke. They can't face their synthetic identity, so they have to take it out on everybody else, and we're just going to keep paying for it over and over and over. I want Curt Wallace and Shelly Mews also charged with criminal harassment. I want them charged with criminal negligence. I think that every case they touch should be reviewed. right? It's quite clear that these people are used for this purpose. All right, everybody, have a good day.